So here we have our pImage class and we have used it in our div. Now, remember that to include the background image, we use the URL CSS function. We're going to talk a little bit about various background sizes. So here we have our background image. We use the URL CSS function. The URL function is used to include a file. Now we have our background size here and we have used contain. Now contain scales the image as large as possible without cropping it or stretching the image. Now if the container is larger than the image, after doing this, it will result in image tiling, or in this case, repetition of the image. In order to avoid repetition of the image, we can use background repeat. Now, the value of this background repeat, we set it to no repeat. So we're basically telling it, do not repeat this image, thereby just giving us one instance of the image. Now, this is using contain. We have another alternative background size called cover. If you notice for contain, there is possible space left. But for cover, what it does is to fill the container, no matter how big it is, and leave no empty space. So this is a little bit different from contain, and we have other ways of manipulating background size. We could use percentage. For example, I can say make it 40% of the size or 20% of the size. So by default, we have image tiling, or like I've explained, repetition of the image. You can avoid this by setting background repeat to no repeat. That way, you have one instance of the image. The resulting effect is a lot of empty space that nothing occupies. Sometimes you might want that. You could even manipulate the width and height of the image manually. However, this can make the image look distorted, especially when you have weird ratios. But it is good to know that you can do this as well. So these are various ways of manipulating the background size and the different resulting effects depending on which value you use. We will see more examples where we use this